Hey y'all, welcome back to another What Else Is Going On, aka We Go podcast episode. Y'all already know I'm your girl, your host Taria. I'm excited because I have one of my faves. I know if you listen to him, I know a lot of you have told me you listen to him. So one of your faves who is looking absolutely pretty in pink, Gibson Johns.
Taria. I have to, well, first of all, I'm wearing the pink because Taria wore pink for me when she was on my podcast like a week or two ago. And secondly, it's been a minute since I've had such positive feedback from an episode and a guest after you were on. And we talked a lot. We went deep on a lot of Potomac and Salt Lake City stuff. So many people wrote in and just said, loved that guest, loved Taria. Like either they were already a fan of yours, and a lot of the YouTube comments reflect that, but also just random DMs from people who I think just loved our chat. So I had to say that up top.
That
Yeah.
makes me feel so good. Thank you.
Good.
When you go to somebody's house, as I like to say, that's your platform, your
Yeah,
home.
totally.
You want to make sure, you want to hope that you're a good guest. It's almost like you had a party and invited me to meet your friends. And I'm like, I hope they enjoy.
That is it. I mean, I think that having somebody on your podcast is like kind of like you're kind of like co-signing them. You know, you're sort of
Yes.
endorsing them a little bit. And like, you know, I think that I only like to have people on who I either know are really smart or I like them, or like
Same.
there's a reason why I have people on my show, you know, because you and I could both hold it down on our own as well. But you know, it's fun to do
Yes.
it with people who get it, and you get it. So
Thank you.
I appreciate you.
I feel the same about you. It's nice when you can feel like you're almost on a face. Oh yeah, like, oh, we're recording. Wait, you know, like you're not
Totally.
you're on a FaceTime
Yeah.
call. Like, no, we're recording.
Absolutely.
So y'all, Gib is here. We are going to talk, and I had to threaten my subscribers because a lot of them aren't watching BH, and I told them they better watch. I'm not even going to give you a timestamp on the Beverly Hills talk. You better watch the whole video.
Wow.
So we're
She
going to
means
talk
business, everybody.
Yes, and actually, I have some surprising things about Beverly Hills that I found out because I was behind and I caught up today for our chat, and I was like, oh, and then it comes on tonight. I'm actually looking forward to it. I didn't realize I would be looking forward to it. So first, I want to start out with a little game. I was thinking, you've been in this game for a while. You are like, flattery aside, you are a professional. You're extremely good at what you do. You could be
Thank you.
talent. You're welcome. So I'm going to make you talent today. You are talent.
Wow. Oh my
And
God. Oh, what'd you put in my green room today? Like what's on the
I have only pink Skittles, got them made specially for you because you know they don't
Done.
make pink Skittles.
Done.
I got you a pink Fanta. Okay. I had to make pink Fanta for you. And I put in a great one for me because I love grape Fanta.
Love.
I'm like, what else? All anti-inflammatory foods except for, of course, the soda and the candy. And
Okay. Yeah,
all
there we
that
go.
for you.
Balance it out. It's called balance.
Yes.
Come on, look at
So
that.
you are the
Okay.
talent.
Okay.
All talent needs a team. They need a stylist. They need a publicist. They need a booker because your talent, you need people to book guests for you. And hold on, there's one more because I knew I was going to forget, which is why I emailed myself what you need. Look, what I'm telling you, you need as
Okay.
your team. Hold on. Okay, here we go. So you need a booker, a manager, a stylist, and a publicist.
Okay. Okay.
Current housewives. Build your team from current housewives and why. Who would your publicist be? Who would your stylist be? Who would your manager be? And who would your booker be?
Wow. Okay. Wow. This is a really good question. Really a high concept. Okay, wait. So I feel like stylist is maybe the easiest place to start.
Okay.
Because so I'm thinking about somebody who has good style, maybe good access to clothes. Gosh, whose style do I really like? Oh, wow. This is really okay. This is going to be controversial. Okay, this is
Okay.
I'm talking this person now
Okay.
versus 3 or 4 years ago.
Okay.
I think Dorit has made a lot of good changes to her wardrobe. I think she used to be all about the labels, and that's not me. I don't like wearing everything, like showing everybody. But I do like in the past like year or two, I think honestly since her split. She's
Yes.
worn a lot more black, a lot more, not always stealth wealth. She has her moments, but
Yeah.
sometimes a little like, quiet luxury vibes to her. Like at
Yes.
BravoCon, I loved all her outfits. So she's my stylist.
She's a good one. Even her jewelry has changed. Her
Yeah,
makeup has
yeah. And
changed.
she clearly knows how to source stuff. Like I don't know if
Yes.
she's I don't know if she's paying for all of it, if she's renting it, if she's being loaned.
Yeah.
I don't know. No, that's literally not shady, but she has good connections, clearly.
Yes. That's a
So
good
like
one.
so she can use those to get me good clothes as well.
Okay, that's good. I'll take
Yes.
3.
Okay. Booker, I feel like to me, a booker is somebody who's well connected, you know?
Okay.
And to me, the person who I think when I think about that, I think about somebody who knows housewives all around, who maybe also has celebrity connections. I'm going Cynthia Bailey on that because Cynthia, to
That's
me,
good.
maybe more so than anybody else, like she'll randomly pop up with the Beverly Hills girl. She'll pop up with the New York ladies. Like
Yes.
she's like Miss, maybe not Miss Worldwide, but she's like Miss United States. You know what I mean? Like she's everywhere.
That's
So she's my booker.
I didn't that's good because you're right.
Yes.
She's friends with Luann. She's friends with other Beverly Hills. Oh, that's
Yeah,
good. Okay.
that's my
Okay.
yeah, yeah. And I also feel like she probably has like random celebrity connections too that we don't know about or like from
Yeah.
her past. So that's
Okay.
my booker. My manager, who stays booked and busy? Who's somebody
Oh,
who
I thought of one off the top. Oh, but she's not
oh
current.
yeah. My manager. I'm trying to think who gets like a lot of sponsorship deals. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Okay.
Could you think of one that wasn't current? And if so, I wonder if it's the same one I'm thinking of. You said stays booked and busy.
Yeah. I've been thinking about current ones, but I want to
Okay.
know is that part of the rules?
Well, it was current, but for this, I will let you go outside.
Okay, who's booked and busy, who's not? I mean, shoot. I keep on thinking of like Paige DeSorbo, but she's not a housewife. But
Oh, but that is a good one. And actually, I'm glad you said that. This is my bad. My notes actually say Bravo Celebrity. It was not supposed to be Housewives. It was to make it
okay.
harder for
So my
you.
manager is Paige
So
DeSorbo, Taria.
wait, I swear on everything.
That
If you
woman.
listen, ask your creator, whoever you believe in. I swear I was going to put Bravo. I was supposed to
Okay, that's
say
okay.
Bravo
That's
Celebrity.
okay. Well, if I'm allowed to do Bravo Celebrities, I'm picking Paige DeSorbo because I feel like she's always every day she's posting something sponsored, and like I'm like
Yes.
good for her bringing in that money. And there's a reason why she doesn't have to be on Bravo anymore. If I was to pick a
Right.
housewife, I mean, I feel like there are certain housewives who Bravo loves to like give opportunities to, and to me, I think of like Giselle and Lisa Barlow and people who are always in those like Wendy's and like random movie ads they do. You know, like those people are good at that kind of stuff. So
Yes. Okay.
somebody like that. Who are you
Paige is
thinking
good.
of?
I was thinking of Candy Burris,
Oh, okay.
because
Okay. Oh, she
not
defines
only
booked and busy.
she
Yeah.
would find you jobs, she would create them. She'd write plays for around you to VA. So
Yeah,
she would create.
she would give me a dungeon spin-off.
Yes.
A
Gabbing with Give.
live show.
Yeah, dungeon style. Oof, like that would be good.
Yes.
That's cute.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
And
good.
then
And
your
then my
last one.
publicist.
Yes.
Hmm. Who is somebody who like had a scandal or something and kind of got it swept away?
Oh,
Hmm. Who's good at that?
who would be
Who's
good at
good at redirecting? I mean,
Gis Giselle?
but
No, no.
she's good at keeping the attention off of her. And I think
Yes.
as with a publicist, you want the attention, you want more attention,
Yeah,
but you want positive attention, right?
and you need to be able to spin the negative into positive.
Hmm.
Okay. Oh,
Or
who
does
can,
or does always be in the headlines, I guess, too. Like
yeah.
somebody who
What? No.
yeah.
That's hard for myself. This is why I asked you, because
This
I
is good.
wanted you to
Okay.
be. Okay, wait. Hold
Who
on. Okay.
has a good publicist?
Okay, let's
Who
go
is
through the
good at this?
franchises.
I
Beverly
feel
Hills.
like Beverly Hills, Kyle's always in the
Portia.
news. Portia's pretty good at it. Portia's pretty good.
Okay.
I would, you know what? Portia would be a fun publicist. Let's
She
go
would
with
be fun.
Portia.
She might
Yes.
accidentally leak something that's supposed to be covered, but
But all press is good press, baby. So let's go with that.
She would
Let's go with
that.
Portia.
Okay, so you
So
have
I've
a good
assembled my
team.
team. So
You
my
have
publicist is Portia.
yeah,
My manager is Paige DeSorbo. My booker is Cynthia Bailey. And my
stylist.
stylist is Dorit Kemsley. That's pretty good.
I feel like you have an Avengers
I'm happy
team.
with that. I can be
I feel
happy with
like
that.
I feel like I could see it. I could see
Okay.
it. We're
Okay.
manifesting. Look, you're like, no, we're not, Taria. This is a
No,
game.
we are.
Okay, we're manifesting. I thought that would be fun because
That's
I'm like
great. I love that. It's good
housewives, like,
exercise.
build a team and all of that.
Yes.
Now, if you were to be given the choice of a radio show or a television show to do Gabbing with Gib on, which would it be? And you need a co-host. Which housewife, not even, I'm sorry, not housewife. Actually, for this one, yes, stick with housewives. Which housewife, past, present, would be your co-host and why? Do you think they would make a good co-host?
I think I would. I think I'd rather have a TV show, but
Okay.
because I think the a radio show, it's live
Yeah.
always, and I think that you have to be really good at like filling airtime. Like there's
Okay.
not like and not that I maybe couldn't do that, but I think that like that's a particular skill that I don't know if I have or not. Like I've never
Okay.
like had, you have like an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours to like fill.
That's
I think it'd be
true.
fun if I had a radio show and I could play music. That'd be fun, to like
Yeah.
talk and
Yeah.
do music. I think that could be really fun. But my co-host, wow,
And
that's
even if
really
you want to
good.
pick this out of the housewives that you've met and vibed with, you've pretty much met all of them. So any ones that you vibed with and feel like you would
Yeah.
have a good,
I mean, one that I've had like a lot of good off camera, off mic stuff is Crystal Kung Minkoff. Like and she's somebody who's like young and gets it and like doesn't, her full self wasn't the version of her on Beverly Hills. And I think that
okay.
like I think her podcast was Cynthia and she's always on Jeff Lewis. Like, I
Yes.
think she's showing more of herself these days and she's cooler than people realize. And she just
Hmm.
like,
I
she'd be
agree.
fun. She'd be
That,
fun.
that's a
And
good one.
she always has tea. Like she's always dropping tea randomly.
Yes. Yes. And you see that she's actually sure of herself and
Yeah.
didn't need the show for validation. And like you said, we got such an edited, watered down version. We didn't get the fullness of,
Yeah, and I think the other women didn't get her either. So like she was sort of never set up for success on that show.
yeah.
So I think that she's kind of found her stride out of Housewives, post
Yes.
Housewives. Like she feels more confident. So yeah,
That's a
that's my
good
co-host.
one. I
Yeah.
like that. And to see you guys on TV, that would be good.
Come on.
That would
I
be
mean, now I'm
good.
like radio would be kind of fun too, but
Yes, I'm thinking you like a Sirius XM, Gab, and I could hear the
sure.
commercial, tune in every Tuesday, 3:30 to 4:30,
Yeah. I
gabbing
want to
with Gib.
gab.
Yeah. Oh, I want to gab. Oh,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love that. And you make all your guests do that tagline. I want to gab.
Yeah, that's good. I should do that already. I should do that anyway.
You should. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's a good idea.
I love that. Okay, that is well. Speaking of Crystal, I told you guys that I'm going to jump into Beverly Hills. I'll start with them. I had to catch up, and Crystal was mentioned on last week's podcast last week's episode by Kyle when Amanda was bringing out her phone to tell them what the word accosted means.
Yes.
I need your thoughts on Beverly Hills and Amanda so far. I know we're early-ish into the season, and the Amanda v. Dorit of it all.
So Amanda,
Yes.
I really don't find her very likable at all. Like I really am like kind of like repelled from her. Like she's like not my kind of person, not my kind of housewife to watch.
I'm using that
So
word repel from her.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
taking that.
There's just like a lot about her that I'm just like not interested in and like don't buy. And I very much am with Bose and like the company of it all and the financial advice. Like there's just something so off about how that's presented. And like I think I've seen a lot of her videos pop up on social media and I'm like, what am I watching? Like what are these
Yeah.
posts? It's very like it gives scammy energy. I'm not going to say it's a
Yes.
scam because that's not for me to say. So her in general, not really for me. That being said, do I think Beverly Hills needed somebody who was like a complete enigma, who they like didn't know what to do with, that like could really sort of shake it up a little bit?
Mhm.
Yes. And I think that she has proven to kind of be that person. And
Mhm.
like, again, I wish that that person is somebody that we as an audience would like more, you
Yeah,
know, and
yeah, yeah.
like would root for more. But, you know, I'm not mad she's there. I've gotten to this point where
That's a
like,
good one.
I'm not like I don't really like her, but I like seeing the other women sort of,
That's what it is with me too.
yeah.
It's like I like
Uh-huh.
how the other women react to her because they're not
Yes.
sure what to do with her, what to say, what to
Yeah.
her and Dorit. I felt two different I felt two different ways about the same issue. So for you guys that aren't watching, Amanda had twins 3 years ago, and one of the
Hmm.
twins unfortunately passed away 5 days later. So for her son who is her living, it's bittersweet because we're celebrating his birthday. 5 days later, we're celebrating the anniversary of his
Yeah.
brother's passing, and she lets the ladies know at a dinner party that she had a child that passed away. Fast forward, they're at a dinner, and Dorit wanted to confront her, not even confront, but ask her a question about, hey, I heard you had concerns about me talking about my divorce and PK. And Amanda immediately says, look, I'm not feeling it today. Listen, it's the anniversary of my son's death. And I mean, it's the anniversary of, and she said his name, Steph. And Kathy goes, your dog? I was like,
Mm.
and she goes, my
Leave
son.
it to
And Kathy,
Kathy.
and she goes, what?
Leave it to Kathy.
Like, I was like, Kathy, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But Dorit says, I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry that, this day, I am paraphrasing. I'm sorry
Yeah,
about
of
that. I'm sorry.
course.
This is the day. However, and she kind of went into it more, but actually she didn't. She stopped, and Amanda answered the question. Oh, she said, do you want to talk about it at another time or talk about it now?" Amanda did kind of start to go back into it. So then Dorit followed suit, I felt like. But then there
Mm.
was and I felt like, okay, Dorit, just back it off. Like she may have just said that just to get off the subject, but so I was kind of like, because Amanda,
Yeah.
because it's a
Yeah,
sensitive.
I think that Dorit should have stopped. I think that she went to she carried it on for too long.
Yes.
After Amanda had said that. And then Amanda sort of storms out and she's in tears. She's going to go home. And Dorit sort of follows her with Kyle and Kathy. And she tries to like wipe away her tears. And she was obviously overcompensating because she felt bad. And I believe Dorit
Yeah.
genuinely felt bad. But
Me
I think she
too.
also, she kept nagging her a little
Yes.
too much. You know, that was tough. I thought I did think
It
that
was
was
like her
tough.
brain wasn't picking up, like, you might be right. She did. I had to learn that, like, you're right. She did continue to go into the conversation. You still should have kind of pulled back, like
Right.
a little
Right.
bit, a little bit,
Hmm.
What did you make of Kyle and Mauricio seeing the home redone?
Mm.
I can be honest and say I'm not a Kyle. I've never been a big Kyle
Uh-huh.
person, if you will. However, I felt, because sometimes I look at my kids now and I'm like, like
Yeah.
they're, and her tying the house back to her marriage was like, wow.
I know. Like her basically saying like if we had not moved out, like would we still be together essentially? You know, it's with Kyle it's hard because like I in a sort of bottle that scene I'm like absolutely I understand. Like going
Yes.
back to your house and seeing it totally transform but still kind of like recognizing it and obviously taking a trip down memory lane. That's going to trigger you and she's in this period of like separation. She clearly sort of wants to get back together with him and I don't think he really
Yes.
wants that. But at the same time, I like even just watching that scene, I was like, oh, like us as viewers, we've seen this kind of like r- hamster wheel for like 2 or 3 seasons now, where it's just like
Yes.
kind of the same thing over and over from her, where it's like, oh,
Yep.
like it's just so hard. And again, I have empathy for that. I just it's kind of a lot of the same from her
Yes.
without without any true movement.
Yes.
So I'm just sort of like, can we like file for divorce or not? Or like,
something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it just feels pretty stagnant.
Yeah. And
And not that she has to figure it out tomorrow, but for the sake of the show, it just comes across as like, oh, here we go again, another Kyle scene where it's
they,
this, and that, you know?
like the Robin and Juan of it all that people complained
Sure.
about.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
absolutely.
just, and it's almost, I almost cringe because I, like you said, I have empathy for her and I understand how she feels, but watching versus Mauricio's reaction to her, it's
Hmm.
almost like
He's
he's
pretty
like,
stone.
oh yeah,
Hmm.
oh, I get it. And what really also what I picked up from that scene was her saying, we got this house when Mauricio started making money, and almost in simple times they were happier, which goes back to
Hmm.
money doesn't always solve
Hmm.
everything. It could go, more money, more problems. Ain't that what Biggie said? So like was that Biggie, right? Yeah, more money, more
I think
problems.
so. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but her saying that was like, oh wow, like wishing
Yeah.
maybe they could possibly go back to simpler times.
Totally. And like that's not something you always hear. That's not a sentiment you always hear on Real Housewives, but particularly Beverly Hills, which is like
Yes.
supposedly like, the aspirational, the affluent franchise. Um, Brian Moylan, who writes for Vulture, he calls it rich women doing things.
Yes.
That's sort of what this franchise is. And
Yes.
yeah, so for her to say that, I think that, and I felt it was genuine. I think
Me
that
too.
I could totally see Kyle being very happy living a very like kind of straightforward, pretty simple life. She has
Hmm.
her dogs, she has her partner.
Yeah.
She seems to like being outdoors. Like that kind of seems like that's what she likes,
Yeah.
And um, yeah, like I guess when they moved into that house, like there were only a couple of years that bigger house they're in now,
Yeah.
that were really kind of the same.
Yeah.
So I
I
don't
got
know.
I did get flashback to the heyday of Beverly. Well, one of my favorite scenes of Beverly Hills, Lisa Vanderpump walking that, was it a donkey or was it a
Oh,
horse
yeah.
through the
Uh-huh.
house, the
Yes.
days.
Uh-huh.
So,
Uh-huh.
and with Kyle, I wonder, does she feel like, well, I am, the complaint that viewers have sometimes is we don't see your life. So to her,
Hmm.
oh, I'm showing my life because I'm talking about my marriage. But it's like you said, it's like the same thing. We need some more, but
Yeah. And again, I understand like I totally bought her explanation of what would happen with
hmm
Morgan. She didn't say her by name, but that's like that clearly like Morgan all of a sudden after that one feature on the show did not want to have anything to do with Housewives, didn't want to be
hmm
mentioned. And Kyle was kind of between a rock and a hard place. There's this person that she loved who didn't want to be associated with her job at all, which is about her life. And so she had to sort of walk that
completely.
line.
Yeah.
And if you think back to the past couple of years, this would not these kinds of scenes wouldn't feel the same. It wouldn't feel like we're getting the same thing from her over and over and over again because we would have been hearing about her partner, but her partner just didn't refuse to let
Oh,
her talk about her. And so like that would
right.
have added so much more dimension to what we've gotten from Kyle in the past 3 years.
Right.
But she hasn't been able to give it to us. And so now that she is single, she has nothing else to show us. And,
Right.
you know,
And then I also feel like some people are saying the little bit she did give about that with Erica is like too little, too late, like almost like this has been played out.
right. Right. She should have said
Yeah.
this last season at least,
Yeah, it would have been better.
But I think she only waited until they were broken up.
Yes, that's you know what, that's true because then she could I
A little
mean,
freer.
yeah, she
Yeah.
wouldn't have anything to lose with that. Yeah, I was shocked that I actually like Rachel. I think Rachel's a great addition. I
Oh,
feel
she's
like she's
fantastic.
seamless. And her and Bo's shopping took me back to old Beverly Hills, spending the money, doing
Totally.
all of that. And I found myself, I saw a comment that said, because I typed in the RHOBH hashtag on Twitter just to see what
Hmm.
people were
Yeah.
saying. And I saw a comment that said, some people may not like Beverly Hills because they're not always fighting in the way Salt Lake City fight.
Yeah.
It's a different. And I said, you know what? It's not even that for me, but I did find myself when I caught up on the last two episodes I missed, it wasn't like in my mind, it's like, oh, this is boring. But when I watched it, it was like, I'm actually kind of, I'll say enjoying maybe too strong of a word, but yet I'm interested to see the rest of I want to see how the rest of the season shakes out. Like I'm not going to just walk away now. I want to see how the rest of the season shakes out.
Yeah, I think like when I sit down to watch an episode of Beverly Hills, like I'm not having a bad time. Like
Yes.
I'm not I enjoy watching rich women doing things. Like that
Doing,
is
yep.
like that. I like that. And it has the Bravo energy. And I think that Rachel Zoe, like even her personal storyline, I think is so compelling and
Yes.
I like hearing about it. There are elements of the season that I very much enjoy. I just think that like there's just sort of a stagnation kind of with it
Yes.
that like it's Beverly Hills, it's LA, like it should be a little bit more exciting. And
Yeah.
that's my complaint. But like I think a lot of people call it like unwatchable and like that whatever. I don't feel that way about Beverly Hills at all. I just think that it's like a
Yeah.
little bit like uneventful, but like
I like
if I
that.
don't know,
How do you feel about it's uneventful?
That's
Because
kind of it.
I likened it to at first and like the first couple of episodes to bar nuts. Like if they sat the bowl in front of me, I would
Bar
eat them
nuts.
because they were there.
Sure,
But when I went to the
sure.
store, I wouldn't go pick
Yeah,
out
see,
bar nuts.
yeah, that's a good metaphor. I like that. And yeah, and I think you're also right to compare it to Salt Lake City, where it's like, when Beverly Hills is airing, this season of Beverly Hills is airing at the same time as that Salt Lake City season and the season of Potomac,
Yeah.
which like has all this interest around it from what's going on, but also Potomac's a much funnier show.
Yeah, it's
Beverly
funny.
Hills doesn't have any humor. I mean, it has like a Kathy moment and a Jennifer Tilly moment every episode, and that's kind of where all the humor lies in that
Yeah.
show. Rachel makes me laugh, but it's like in a little bit less of like a ha ha like comedy funny. Like I just love her delivery. But like Potomac to me, I'm laughing like
Out
every
loud.
episode a lot.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I do prefer to laugh with my housewives.
Me too. Even because there has to be a balance. You can't be upset. You
Hmm.
just can't be angry. You just can't be all of that.
Yeah.
There has to be a bit of a balance. Okay, so y'all will be listen. I need y'all to watch our recaps. Okay, our Beverly Hills recaps. Now they may be short. They may be
But
20
they're
minutes,
there.
but they're there.
They may be bar nuts, but they taste pretty good.
But they get to eating, and then it causes you to
Yeah.
spend money because you need a drink to wash it down. And you're like, this does taste good together. And then the next week you go to the grocery store, they're the furthest thing from your mind
Sure.
until
Yeah,
you're
they
back
they might
home.
be lacking some seasoning on them, but like they're they just have a little
Pe-
salt.
Peanuts straight out of the
They
shell,
could use
nothing
yeah,
else.
exactly. Uh-huh.
That's it. Now I'm saving Karen for last, her
Okay.
thing for last. So I want to jump over to Married to Medicine.
Okay.
The Married to Medicine of it all.
Mhm.
Season so far, and Dr. Heavenly versus Simone. Where do you land with that?
I'm really enjoying this season.
Me too.
I think it's been a pretty great season. I think we talked a little about that on my podcast where like
Hmm.
we feel pretty good about it.
Yeah.
Um, and I like I don't dislike any of the newbies, and I really like Brandy. Like I think that
Same.
she's like I just love her energy, and she's fun, and she's calling
Yes.
stuff out. Heavenly and Simone, I'm on Simone's side. I think that Heavenly is totally exaggerating the physicality of what Simone did. And I think that Heavenly, I mean, Simone is loud and she is, she can be brash and kind of like just pretty have tunnel vision when she's in that mode.
Hmm.
But like I think that Heavenly is also probably like a really difficult person to argue with and to have because she is not remembering things correctly and it's very Simone did not push her. Simone took her arm off of her.
I was
And
like,
yeah, and I do think Simone she's mad at Heavenly like she's denying ever looking up whatever quad what
hmm,
VIN number or whatever it is. She's mad like she's not mad that Quad knows, she's mad that Heavenly told her. Like I feel like there's like a
yes,
difference. You know what I mean? And so
yes,
I'm on Simone's side in
yeah.
this. And she's going through so much with her family too, right? Like in the season, like with how she's being treated. So,
And then even with Jackie, like throwing that in the
uh,
mix, like Jackie. Now, shout out to the subscriber last week who commented on, or no, earlier this week, commented on one of my videos and said that now this is what Jackie said on Watch What Happens Live. Evidently, that the reason she doesn't speak up when it's Heavenly and Simone is because she will, but then they'll be out to lunch together. And I was just
Simone and
Simone
Heavenly
and
will.
Heavenly. But to me, I just still I don't know if that.
That doesn't excuse any behavior. And I also just like I do think it's always been odd why Jackie can't have full loyalty to Simone. And she doesn't have to abandon her friendship to Heavenly, but like
Right.
there's just she because Heavenly is wrong a lot of the time.
Yes.
And I love watching Heavenly. Like I think that like she's made for TV.
Yes.
But because she's always wrong, Jackie always has to explain her away, and Simone is usually like more correct and she's more with it. And so like it's one of those things where like Heavenly gets more attention and more coddling because she requires it.
Yes.
But then, after 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years of that, that person who seems to be the with it friend who doesn't need that attention, doesn't need that, is all of a sudden like, wait a second, like
Yeah.
you've been a bad friend to me, and I know I'm independent and I can defend myself, but like sometimes you have to do it. And at this point, it's been such a build up. They've unfollowed each other on Instagram,
I
apparently.
was gonna tell you that. Did you see? Okay, so
I
I
saw that
saw
No Chaser
Simone.
TV. Yeah, I saw
Yes,
them post that.
shout out to No Chaser. When I saw that, I was like, because there's a part of me
Shocked
that felt that they never really got back to where they were when they
after
had
what?
that after the big fight they had, and Simone didn't invite Jackie to Michael's graduation party.
Oh,
Remember
yes. Oh my
that?
gosh, yes.
Yeah, I feel like they never really got back. And there is a part of me that feels like Heavenly is glad that Simone and Jackie never got back to that place. I'm not saying
I bet
that
that's
she's
true.
jealous, but yeah, I feel like there is some of that. And I would want my friend. I had a friend before one time, and it was stupid. It was like internet stuff, but basically, don't come telling me, girl, you are right, you are this, you are that. But then in public, it's like, okay, guys,
Yeah.
let's stop. It's like,
Yeah.
nah, nah, keep that. No, no, don't say anything to me then. Like, I need you to speak up and say something.
Hmm.
And I see why Jackie, because earlier this week, Simone commented and said, I see you're still at Dr. Jackie Walters. I see you're still defending the devil. She commented that on a
Wow.
post. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And
Simone feels like she's passed a line of like
I,
having any fucks to give about it. Like she's going off.
she went
And
to
good for her.
Erica.
I think she's earned it. I
That's,
think that like again, Simone's not perfect either, but perfect by far. Sorry, she's
I
not
was
perfect
going to
by
say
far.
that. I was going to say that because you have to say that. I was
You
going
have to say it every time. Um, but I just I think that she has earned the right to like call it the fuck out and
yeah,
just yeah.
and be done with it. But it's just because I felt like I would have been frustrated if I was her when Jackie kept trying to talk to her about it. And she's
Mm,
trying to because sometimes people say, like when Simone was like, I don't want to talk about it. Oh, well, we need to get it out. I also understand this is a show, but also in real life, I'm trying to tell you, I'm making peace with this the way I'm doing it now. Like I'm not hearing her out. The fact that Heavenly kept saying unhinged is what really got me. I was like,
yeah. Yeah, that's a
come
big word.
on. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
like, it's enough. Do you feel like Contessa should have spoken up even more since she was there and called Heavenly out and said, that is absolutely not what happened? Because she said a
Yeah,
little something
maybe.
like, I was there,
Yeah.
but I'm
I
like,
hadn't thought about that.
why
Yeah.
didn't she say that?
Yeah, but yeah. I also wonder if the other women like are seeing this play out and they're sort of like this has been a long time coming kind
Okay,
of. Maybe. I don't know. That's just
right.
total speculation, but yeah, yeah, I mean like there were other people there who saw what happened
Right
and
there, you know?
right there. They were all in that room at Angel's sexy scrubs party, whatever it was.
That she did not wear, but she looked great in her dress. If I had a mic, I would be doing that from
Yeah,
that. If I
yeah,
had a
yeah,
handle mic, I would be doing that. That's good. But I
yeah.
just, Angel, I want a little bit more, babe.
Yeah, I'm not like hating her. I'm just not like moved,
Yeah,
you know?
that's what it is. It's just like, oh, she's pretty. Like,
Yeah.
and that's, you know,
Whereas like with Brandy, I'm like drawn to her.
yes. And I don't feel like she's trying to have moments. I feel like her
Me
reactions are
neither.
genuinely her reactions.
Yeah, I think she's a big, great personality,
Yeah.
and that's just like kind of coming across pretty effortlessly. Like even what did Angel say like when they got to their shared room
How's your
and she,
energy? I want to check your
oh, that
energy.
was so weird. I was like, no. I was like, get away from me with that. You
Yeah,
know,
that's
like
not how
no.
you say that. I would rather you be
That
like,
was bizarre.
yeah, like girl, we got to share this room. We ain't not about to let them take our energy low. We about to turn up. But I just want to check your energy. And then went downstairs and made it seem as if, well, she told me I could stay in Quad's room, and Brandy said that was after you said what you said. And then
It was.
when Angel apologized and Brandy's just eating, like
No,
looking at her, it's like
I really like her. She's
yes,
promising.
I wanted to take my finger and flick Dr. Mimi out of frame. I just have to say that, like out of
You don't
frame.
like Mimi. You don't like Mimi.
I'm trying.
I mean, I don't feel any type of way, but why do you dislike her? Or like, what about her?
I just feel like I want people to hear me clearly when I say this. There are a lot of things that I want to snatch Toya for and say, girl, and still liking her. The way some people love Dr. Heavenly and still can say, girl, you were wrong. That's how I feel about Toya. Girl, you are wrong. Sometimes it is wrong place, wrong time. I feel.
Hmm.
I call Toya an Aries intrusive thought personified, like she is gonna say it.
Sure.
Dr. Mimi always has something to say to Toya. And now I did see people saying it's because Toya called her out at her party. But I just feel like it's I feel like Dr. Mimi is trying to make it as though Toya is the problem
Right,
of what's
right.
going on when it's like Toya and Heavenly are similar but not similar, but similar but not similar. You know, like two sides of the same coin almost with things. And she counting Toya's drinks. I was like, find you
That's
something to do.
out of pocket. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also one of those things where it's like it's so funny that like when a newer person comes in and they like try to sort of diagnose or fix a
Yes.
long-standing thing, sometimes it lands, sometimes it very much does
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
And it's just the way you go about it, I guess, and
Yeah.
she's not going about it in the best way.
How did you feel with the pool scene? Like I got Heavenly brought Toya up. I get why Toya responded. I do wish Heavenly and Simone could have had the resolve. And then Toya said, well, now while we're all here, I do want to address something you said, Heavenly, because it was kind of like in the middle, but also I still also got why Toya was addressing her because you brought me in it. You brought me into your issue with you and Simone.
What had Heavenly said about Toya again?
She said that it's never, Toya gave Simone notes from her campaign speech, and it's never
Oh,
been a pleasant or positive experience with Toya. Like,
yeah. I mean,
you bash her all. Heavenly would bash Toya
yeah,
in her YouTubes and Carlos King's YouTubes. It's like, what do you
always.
expect?
Yeah, I mean, I just it goes back to I think Heavenly being able to dish it hard and never really be able to take it that much, you
Yeah.
know? Like,
Yeah.
and again, I am grateful for
All of
everything
it.
that Heavenly has contributed to the show. I think that she's a big reason why it's been able to continue. I think that like for a couple of years there, all the drama came from her YouTube, all of it. And like
Yes.
I thought that was unfortunate that it was all kind of reliant on that. But without that, I don't know what they would have been doing for a couple of years there.
Right.
So I am grateful for like her being so messy and willing to talk about things and what
Hmm.
have you. But if you're going to be that way, you have to learn how to take it. And I think that there's this weird thing with her like running for office this season that is sort of she, I think she like wants us to like look the other way or pretend that she hasn't acted the way she's been acting for a decade. Like I don't know
Yes.
what it is, but it's like and here's the thing. She is a charismatic woman.
Yes.
And that is a lot of what it takes, I think, to be a politician. Like I just
Hmm.
think I mean, especially this day and age when like who knows who's going to be elected to anything.
Say that.
Like
Yes.
and I know that I definitely align with Heavenly on so much of like probably her ideology and like what she
Yes.
believes in,
Yes.
when it comes to issues.
Hmm.
And so I'm not going to say that I wouldn't vote for her, you know,
Right.
but
Right.
like also don't don't like, piss on me and tell me it's raining, but
Right.
about like your past behavior. Like we've all seen this, and actually your current behavior as well. It's
Yes.
like,
And you talking like this because I got problems. No, that like that daddy that voice you have for daddy does
no.
nothing for me. Like I go back to when her and Simone were getting into it, and Simone moved her hand off of her, and she says, "I'm sorry, you're having trouble in your marriage." Like that came out of nowhere.
Yeah,
Like
came out of nowhere.
it's like and then you wonder why people talk about your family because when she would drag Toya on again off the show, her finances, her marriage, her this, and I get
Hmm.
these people open up their lives, but it's like yours isn't perfect. And she would always say, "My marriage isn't for sale." Hey, respect. If they're gonna let you do that, that's fine. But if you're dragging mine, so like Toya said, if you
Yeah,
and Simone, if you're
a
dragging
drag for a
mine,
drag.
a drag for hold on, episode title. Texting myself right
Clip
now
that.
on time. A drag for a drab episode title.
I'm dead. That's
Because if I
hilarious.
don't get it out now,
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
be
yeah.
messaging you like,
Wait,
do
what'd
you
you say
remember?
at
Yeah,
minute?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm really enjoying Married to Oh, did you
Yeah, me
see
too.
the reunion?
That
Is
there, Andy asked for questions.
yes.
It's happening soon.
Did you see No Chaser and his team what their questions were? Like it was
No.
so funny. I gotta read them to you. I screamed at some of these. Hold on, please let me find it. Okay. So y'all go check out No Chaser TV. He's been over here. One of their questions, he said, my team is getting ready for the Married to Medicine reunion. Post all your questions. One of them, SZA from South Africa, Quad, when you reflect on the past, do you ever regret not having a child with your ex-husband, especially considering how strongly you desire motherhood today? I'm going to say that's a no.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be co-parenting with Greg, I don't
No.
think.
Mm-mm. Set me free. Okay. Cecil, we've witnessed your marriage at the brink of despair because, in part, you were prioritizing another person above Simone.
Hmm.
Here we
Hmm.
are again. This time it's your boys. What will it take for you to put her first consistently? I said, oh,
That's a good question.
Mikey from Philly, Heavenly, you bring up the other lady's family and all the time, whether it's playing or being shady. Why do the rules not apply to you when you're going through something with your family? Do they not have a right to respond in kind?
Hmm.
Jackie, why don't we see you and Curtis together at home on a trip, hugging and kissing, or something that lets the audience know that you're married? When's your anniversary? Everything is surface level with you.
When not when's your anniversary?
That
That is crazy, but also valid.
right. When I read it, I was like this reading. Like, oh my God, these are good. Okay, wait. Zima from Charlotte. Okay, okay.
Come on, Zima.
Toya, you say you want Eugene home, but with every house and every upgrade, it seems to push him further into work. At what point do you stop upgrading the house and start upgrading the financial plan? There's the mic. There's the mic. Carrie from Atlanta. Since Contessa was present for the scene at Angel's event, why couldn't she dispel the notion that Simone did, in fact, not push Heavenly? What kind of friend is that? To Dr. Mimi, how can you recognize all of Toya's faults, but not any of Dr. Heavenly's? You were observant of everyone's behaviors last season, but that seems to have changed. That's from The Third King. Shout out to The Third King. That was a good one. And
That
then
is a good one.
the last question. Now remember, Andy tweeted, "Send your questions." This person responded, "Why?" Question mark, question mark. Y'all never asked the cast our questions. Was
Listen,
like,
that is a fantastic
yes.
roundup.
I
Hmm.
was like, love those questions.
Yeah,
That
good
Dr.
energy.
Jackie, when's your anniversary? I was like,
When's your anniversary is out of pocket. Ask
the
it.
the Simone meme laughing in the confessional, that's me. I can
Yeah,
hear
yeah,
her
yeah.
right now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh my God.
All right, Gib, I don't want to hold you, but we have to get into da da da
Hmm.
da. Karen is home, the grand
Uh-huh.
dame of Surrey County, the queen of Surrey County, the I don't have any more. She's home. What did you expect when we first saw the trailer? Even though, we know the trailer is cut up to make it exciting. Did you have any expectation? Were there certain things that you were looking for from her? And if so, were those things delivered to you after you watched the show, the interview, the sit down?
I feel like overall, it's not like it's pretty similar to what I expected, I guess. Like, I think maybe I expected a little more emotion. Like, it was a pretty direct, like, even interview, which I think is probably good for both sides. Like, I think that Andy struck a good tone with like how he established it with her. But also, I think that if she had like gone overly emotional with her delivery, I think it would have painted her more as a victim and like wanted us to feel bad for her.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I think that it was smart of her. I don't know if it was a conscious thing or not, but I think it was good that she wasn't in tears the whole time or stuff
That's
like that.
true.
I think that I think she knew. Here's the thing, like what I wanted from her was obviously accountability and obviously like owning up to things. Um, while also the caveat being that it's Karen Huger and we know like who she is as a person, how she's like always presented. And so, and this is 1 week out of after she got out of jail. And so
Yes.
I wanted to like temper my expectations in that way because it's this weird thing where I feel like there are certain parts of the audience that like, regardless of what she says or does or what have you, like they're just gonna be like, why are we platforming her again? Why she doesn't deserve another chance? I totally disagree with that sentiment. I am fully here for her coming back, especially after watching this. I don't think that she took full accountability. I don't think she took maybe like enough, but she did take accountability for certain things, and she
Yes.
did share some concrete things about her substance abuse, about what happened, about various, elements of this. I really do think that she showed accountability. So the idea that she showed none to me is BS.
Yeah.
But there were moments where she really wanted to clearly talk around something or not be
Yes.
as direct. And I think that Andy did a good job of at least following up on those moments and be like, wait a second, you're talking this way about the narcotics, but what about the alcohol? Like,
Yes.
why are we hesitant to like really label that? Um, and so was it like completely fulfilling? No, but I was like pretty encouraged by it overall,
Yeah.
especially knowing that like we're getting the reunion, which was taped 4 months after this. And she's had that much more time to like just really sit with this and maybe think
Right.
about what Andy asked her and think about XYZ. She hasn't been on social media. She hasn't been doing all of that. Um, so I netted out in a place where I'm like, you know what? I am looking forward to seeing Karen continue this thread and show even more accountability in the future, see how she rebuilds, see her commit to her lifetime recovery, as she calls it. Like, I want to see all of that on the show because I think that when somebody F's up in life, and she's effed up more
Multiple.
times in this regard, of course,
Yes.
and you have to call that out. Um, for reality TV purposes, I don't believe in always. Obviously, there's a line,
Right.
but I don't think she's crossed that line in terms of me not wanting to see what it looks like on the other side
Oh,
of
that's a good way of putting it.
her doing her time. So that's sort of sorry, I was kind of word vomiting for
No,
you,
but
but
that's
that's
good.
where I'm at. Yeah,
I like that. There's a line, but she hasn't crossed it to not want to see her on the other side. We want
yeah,
to see her try to get there because
right.
I agreed with you. And there was a person in one of my comments. I had someone on, a therapist, her name's Paging Dr. Pam. I had her on, and she provided a really good perspective with her being a therapist and
Hmm.
saying, I just want to remind everybody, we're not giving her a pass. Let's give her some grace. She does still have more revelations to come to. This was
Hmm.
only a week out, so she did
Yeah,
provide a good
that's good
balance.
perspective.
Yeah. But someone said basically people are being too judgmental of Karen. And I want to remind people we're talking about what we're seeing.
Yeah.
I think for me anyway, and I believe for you and countless other people, we're reacting to what we're seeing, what we've seen of Karen leading up to this, the footage, all of that. No one is
Hmm.
judging her, and some people may have had a higher expectation of her, like, wow, because of their love for Karen or her age or whatever, her being a public figure or what have you. So it's not all about the judge gave the judgment of the two
Yeah.
years, one suspended and
Right.
1 year and six. So, but we are allowed to have discussions around this because it is a very serious thing. And you're looking at a person that clearly was struggling
Hmm.
with, you know, she said the disease of alcoholism. So, she herself said it. And, to
Yeah,
talk
she
about,
finally said it at the end. Yeah.
you see how
Hmm.
she's, and I said, it's
Yeah.
still interesting. She does not like that word alcoholic, but the disease of alcoholism.
And listen, if that's like the step that it takes for her to get to that point of eventually admitting that she's an alcoholic,
Hmm.
like I think it is about not expecting, and yeah, it has been some time since this DUI happened, and so like maybe people expected more her to be sort of further along in this like
Hmm.
journey of like accepting
Yeah.
everything about it. Um, but I also understand her not being there yet because
Yeah.
I also think that like being out in the world is maybe also a big part of it too. And like she was in jail for 6 months, which is a long time, but it's also not that long. It's like this weird thing.
Yes.
I can't imagine it, but it's not like she was there for 6 years and had like, all this time to really sit with it. It sounds like she really,
Yes.
so I don't know. And I'm not, and I also don't want to come across like I'm making excuses for
Eh,
her not being there yet either. It's just, it's a hard thing to talk about, to be honest.
yes.
Um,
Yeah.
but ultimately, like I like Karen a lot and
Hmm.
I've liked her as a TV figure. And, I want to see that story continue. And again, I feel like in this interview, I mean, the stuff she said about her marriage with Ray, she said
Ooh.
she said that she had doubled her intake of prescription drugs after her parents died. There were a lot of things that I just felt like the Karen that we saw on the show last
Yeah.
wouldn't have admitted to. Like her,
Yes.
this, you said that, God, what do you say? What does Heavenly refer to her marriage as? I forget. It's
Oh, Karen is an institution. When she calls it
Okay,
an
okay, Karen's
institution.
the institution. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Just like
Yes.
Heavenly does. It's like Karen calls her and Ray's marriage an institution.
Institution.
And so,
Yes.
like, for her to be like, well, actually,
Yes.
Ray said he would let me go.
That.
I mean, I just don't think Karen would have said that before.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't.
I would like to know what was the timing of that conversation. Was it while you were talking to him through the glass, or was it when you
Mm,
got home and he said, I would be okay? Because we got to remember, again, she's only 6 months out of not drinking because she said she was drinking
right.
all the way. So you would be
Hmm.
comfortable in letting her go 6 months out, only
Mm,
6 months out. But
interesting. Yeah, I hadn't thought about it that way.
he's been doing it for years also, though. He's been a part of the cover up. He's been a
Yeah.
part of all of that. Dr. Pam on the podcast last week revealed that. So we all know people, and it's funny when some people say, it's like, how do you know this person? It's like, well, we're all human beings. So hospital workers, celebrities go to hospitals, like all different
Mm,
things. So she didn't say the word hospital, but basically she said in 2020, a friend of hers clearly works at a hospital and Karen was admitted in 2020, had it having to do with alcohol. She had had too
mm.
much. And they said Ray acted like it was just, it
Another.
wasn't another day.
Wow.
And so when I also think about that aspect of it, it's like, well, he has been dealing with this for a long time. And maybe he feels like, I wonder if he felt a relief in the way Mary Cosby felt a relief about Robert being in
Mm.
there. You're safe.
Probably similarly. She doesn't. Yeah, it's that's a good. That has to be a similar feeling. It has to
Yeah.
be.
And then thinking about when she said her house felt like a tomb, it's like dead
Mm,
people are in tombs, like
yeah,
hearing that. But then you have Ray doing what? Coming right to the scene.
yeah,
So that was kind of like, what? Like it made me think that for how many years have they just been living two separate lives off camera, you know?
yeah, yeah. It's sort of just coexisting and living under the same roof. And if you're Karen, it's this weird thing for the past decade where like her life has like gotten bigger and bigger and bigger, but then she goes home and it's like it is a tomb, and it's like such a disparity between like the two elements of her life.
Yeah.
And I think that like a lot of these women, when they get deeper into this housewives thing, they want that's just what they're used to, a more high octane environment. But I'm
Yeah.
also like, yeah, that's what Karen's gotten used to, and she'll still be a part of it. Clearly, there's no way she's going anywhere from the show.
Yeah,
But also, like, is that good? Is that a good environment for somebody like her who is in recovery
that's
to
what.
be around? And so it's like this weird, because like there's going to be alcohol on the set
That's
of Potomac whenever they're filming. That is not going away. So I really hope that
can handle
she's
it.
it can handle it, and she really seems committed to it. I believe her commitment to it. I don't, especially because she knows there are millions of people watching her now.
Yes.
So it's like it's not just Ray who's keeping an eye on her now. It's actually all the viewers, anybody who ever sees her in public at a restaurant. Like,
Mm,
she has more than just Ray checking on her now.
that's true. And in your mind, like I went to jail for this,
Yes.
you know. It's like
You went
there
as low as you could possibly go.
possibly, and then the footage, and I did want to know when she said Ashley can get out of here with that, like with the whole there was another person, but I wanted to be like, but you said it, like
No. There were two. I said this on my podcast. I was like, I think that Andy asks pretty much every question you wanted him to ask,
Mhm.
but there were two stones that I felt had been turned over but not answered for, and
Okay.
those two things were. He was like, "No, well, you've had 4 DUI." She was like, "Nope, I've had two and two other drinking incidents." I want to know what I wanted to know. I wanted to follow up on that. Like, okay, so,
Yes.
so what were those incidents if they weren't DUIs? I needed details on those, and sort of attached to that, I wish she had asked, "How often did you drink and drive and never get caught?" I wanted to know
Mm.
that. And the other thing separately that I felt was it was asked but not explained.
Okay.
Where was she? Where was she before she got in
Right.
that car? She said she left because I was escaping my house. It was a tomb. But where'd you go? Where were you driving
Right.
from? And that was in that same conversation about who was in the car. But that wasn't explained. There was not an answer given there.
Yeah, because I
Those
just
are the
feel
two things that I felt were explored but not explained.
explained. Oh, I like that. Yes, they were explored but not explained. I definitely wanted to know. I'm like, where, because we all we saw was Giselle saying she wasn't far from her home,
But where
and
was she? Was she
Karen
at a
not.
bar, at a house, right? Alone in her car? Like, what
That's
was going on?
with someone else in her car. Like, I wanted to know that
Me too.
answer as well.
Me
Like,
too.
who were you? I wonder if they're going to ask her. Maybe it'll come out at the reunion. But then I'm thinking they may say, well, since we've had the sit down, we're not making it about Karen. But they had to people. They
No,
have
but
to know.
I need some of those questions almost re-asked
Yeah.
because again, this was back in September. This interview, like this is a long time
Right.
ago.
That's
So like
true.
like she's had a full season into the winter
Yeah.
to like again sort of make advances in how she's thinking about this and labeling it and this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
So I need some of those questions asked again at the reunion.
Yes, I
I
I,
do.
I agree. I'm looking forward to seeing her. I'm actually looking forward to this reunion.
I mean, Taria, I think that reunion trailer is actually one of the best reunion trailers like maybe have ever gotten. The Potomac reunion, they had a great reunion last year, sort of
Yes.
unexpectedly. This, like, there's no way this is not going to deliver. Like, there are so many elements of it that I'm just like, oh my God, like the Wendy stuff individually with the new footage that we're going to get, the Karen stuff individually, the Karen and Wendy stuff, whatever they have going on between them, whatever
Yes.
Wendy knows about why Karen doesn't like her anymore. I want to know that. Like, there's so much that I'm like, okay, this is appointment television with Wendy.
Yes. It's
Appointment.
and then even getting into like the angel, you know what I mean? Like the trip, the Ashley, an
Oh
angel,
yeah.
just like all of
Uh-huh.
it. Like
I'm
I,
down.
yes, and I always say, and it's funny, I am very big on. I'm not a reunion girly because I know they tape for 10 hours, and I feel like,
Right.
I want them detailed, ask, and I want everything that happened addressed, but I know that it
Totally.
can't be. So then I get frustrated, or when they have
Yeah.
props that actually prove something, but they make fun of the props, and then we can't really get to the thing. So it's like, oh my gosh. But I'm going to be seated for this reunion, and
I'm seated.
I just I don't know. The Wendy of it all will be something. If we're getting three, what do you think it'll be, three or four?
Oh, I didn't even think about four. I mean, you know what? I'd take four.
Me
I
too.
would rarely take four, but I would take
I would take four.
four. I wonder if that's. keep talking. I'm gonna look in my email because I
Okay.
get the press releases. I'm gonna see if they say if it's three or four
All right. So
parts.
then okay. So let's just say it's three, right? We have Sunday, February 8th, the 15th,
Is
and
it
the
on during the Super
22nd.
Bowl though? They might.
Don't do that to me. Oh
Well,
my
are they?
gosh, it
I
may
don't
not be
know.
next week.
I don't know.
I didn't think about that. It might not come on.
I feel like they don't want to compete with the Super Bowl.
Right. Okay. So then,
That's my inclination.
oh, I didn't even think about that. Ugh. You know, the Eagles aren't in it this year, so it's
A
kind of
three-part reunion begins Sunday the 15th.
okay. So,
Just FYI. For
boo.
PSA for everybody listening.
Yeah.
The reunion does not start this weekend, and it's a three-parter.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then the 15th, the 22nd, March 1st, and then Wendy's next hearing is March 4th. So that'll be interesting.
And there's a whole part of the reunion that's like, Wendy,
Yeah.
why are we acting so carefree? Why are we talking so much? And
I,
they're
I
gonna have that to talk about. I mean, that's there.
yeah.
That's there.
That's there. So it's
Ah,
crazy how all this is just kind of with Karen stuff. February of last year, it's been a year, and then they had, it's like,
I mean,
oh
honestly, they should pick up cameras right away.
yes, there should be no
Yes, they
in
should
there.
be filming March. They should be filming March 2nd. Reunion's March 1st. It airs March 2nd. I want those cameras up because I want to document. Like I
Me too.
also am so curious, like because the trial doesn't start till April, right?
April
So
starts in
okay,
April.
so is Wendy gonna film through the trial?
That's when I'm gonna be honest. I feel like
For her
Wendy
sake, I hope
would.
not. For our sake, I hope we
Yeah,
get to see it. But like, it just doesn't seem advised. But I mean, I'm
I,
not a legal expert. I don't know how this all works, but
I'm wondering what her counsel is feeling after. I would love to know what they felt watching this season because they're
they,
watching.
they're watching, and she had an amazing season outside of everything. But they also want to get paid, and that's where their paychecks are coming from.
Yeah,
And she probably has a pretty great paycheck from Bravo right now.
yeah,
That's why she went to BravoCon. That's why she's going to the
yes,
reunion. You get paid per episode on the reunion. So it's like I get it. I get it. Like they are
yeah,
in a really difficult position, but it just
yeah,
feels like from a PR and evidence perspective, it just feels like it can be held against them, you know?
yes. And because it's not like this is an amazing, like Wendy was funny in her little things, but it wasn't just about beefs. It was literally her storyline
Yeah. There's a
was
lot of money
about
stuff.
money.
And
Yeah.
they put more of that in there they put more of that in there that probably was going to be in there before. So, or definitely.
Yes. And that way it's just, I think I might have said this on your podcast, which guys, if you haven't, make sure you go check it out. His podcast is on
Plug
YouTube
it.
and wherever it is you find your podcast, Gabbing with Gib. I know a lot of y'all do listen. Again, like I said, y'all have let me know. Reading that end of the season card with the 15 years, I forgot. It just really,
Ooh. I mean, somebody after that aired, somebody put that up next to her first season end credits card, and it was just like the jump from her first season to now, and what it said at the end was just like so. They were talking about 4 degrees. We were talking about four
for a
degrees.
degree.
Like
And
that's what we were talking about.
when you look
Now we're
at the
talking about charges.
major felonies, 4+ felonies, if I somebody should do that's a good all the title cards because then you have the 4 degrees, this
Yeah,
degree woman, and then you
totally.
have the Wendy no longer works at Johns Hopkins clip, and then you have the you have all of the
It's been quite the like trajectory. It really
yeah.
has. Even
And I
before the
forgot
criminal stuff.
yeah. And then you forget she also lost a paycheck teaching at that Wesleyan College when she left.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, she's like a guest professor or whatever. Uh-huh.
It's just
Yeah, it's
I'm
tough.
oof,
It's
it's
tough.
tough. I'm super excited. I'm glad that Karen agreed to the sit down and probably doing it in her home was more comfortable. I'm
Hmm.
wondering if she couldn't leave because it
Oh,
was a
that's
week
interesting too.
after, but
Yeah,
maybe not. I
yeah.
can't remember the conditions, but
And I
um
also think that like if they put her in the clubhouse or something, it would have she would have maybe locked too much into housewife mode,
yes, she would
you
have
know?
performed.
Yes. I don't I think it was good not to go there. I think it was good for
Yeah.
Andy to come to her.
And I will say this with Andy, I forget that not actually that he was a journalist.
Right. He did a good job.
He
I think
did,
he really did a pretty decent job,
and he didn't
truly.
let her skate.
No, he really held her feet to the fire on certain things, and he asked
Hmm.
follow-up questions when I was watching as a viewer, and I was like, Karen, stop saying let's be clear then saying nothing. Andy would come back and be like, okay, but wait a second. Let's actually be clear, you know?
I'm going to start saying that when I don't want to answer. Let's be clear.
She
And
said
then
that
I'm
like 20
stopping.
times.
Somebody said when she starts doing this with her lips, you know how she does that thing, a lie is coming. But she looked beautiful. I even said, Is that a filter?" Like she
She looked
looks
really
good.
great. I mean, she hasn't had alcohol in 6 months.
You know
She's
what?
her. It's probably great for your skin to not be drinking.
I didn't even think about that.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't know, but I bet it's good for your skin.
That is so funny. I myself was looking for I buy the ready-made margarita sometimes, the Jose
Oh, yum.
Cuervo. And I went to go get a glass a couple of days ago and I said, now who drunk the rest of my margarita? And then it's like, you probably drunk the rest of your oh,
Ah,
okay.
it's January, it's February. It is
Yep. And I don't do it a lot, but I did get it when we were
no.
snowed
But when
in
you do
just
it,
in
you do
case.
it. There we go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
fun.
that's how I feel. That's how I'm
And I'm
trying to be
not
this year.
driving. Look, I'm
Pick my
running around
moment,
my
pick your moments. Yeah, exactly. In New York, I'm never driving. I'm in New York. I'm like, I'm popping on the subway. I'm going to a birthday dinner tonight. I'm gonna probably have a couple martinis, and that's gonna be it.
and you're going
You
to
know?
be warm. Do you have your license, right?
I'm from DC and I have my
Okay,
license, and
that's
but in New York, it's there's no reason to have a
pointless.
car in the city,
Yeah.
which I like for my daily life. I sometimes miss driving overall, but yeah,
I
yeah. But
asked,
it's funny. I remember being like young and Uber didn't exist yet, and
right.
I remember like if I like wanted to go to a party in high school, like I had to like call a cab company or like make sure one of my friends was not drinking that night,
Yep.
or one of the cool parents could drive
Ye-
us or pick us up. Like
Yeah.
that that was what I was doing as a whatever-year-old, and like Karen has access to drivers, to Ubers, to
Even there have been times when I'll say, thank God, you think you're okay and you may have got behind the wheel. And then you're like,
right.
I'm not doing that again.
Yeah. Hmm.
One would think after the first DUI, but at least after the second, you would be like, this is, like you said, she has money and access to all of those things.
Hmm.
It'll be, I'm looking so forward to this reunion. I really am. Now I have to wait another week, but it's fine. I
It's
can
fine.
catch up on,
We'll
yeah.
live. I'm not watching the Super Bowl. I don't care about football, but
Yeah. Well, my husband said he's not watching. The Eagles didn't go this year. He just told my daughter last night, I'm not watching it, so I don't care.
they put out all the commercials in advance anyway, so that's what I'd
Yes,
be watching for. Maybe I'll
that's
tune into
pretty.
the halftime show, but that's it.
That's who is doing it. Oh,
It's Bad
Oh my
Bunny.
God, what am I? Bad Bunny. My apologies. I will be. I said I was going to tune
Yeah,
in
that'll
for
be
Bad
really
Bunny.
fun. Yeah, that'll be really
Yes.
fun. Yeah, and
I'm go-
I'm sure he'll have like a special guest or two.
Oh
You know.
yeah, that's always the fun too. Yeah, who's going to be the
Yeah, I love like trying to
guest?
guess.
Me
Yeah, because
too.
I think he has a lot of songs with a lot of different people, so it could be really fun.
I said I didn't know a lot of his songs, but I am definitely supporting in light of what's going on in the world.
A
I'm
thousand
like,
percent, a
we are
hundred thousand
supporting
percent.
Bad Bunny.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody
Mm-hmm.
said, basically non-Spanish speaking people are just going to be like, yeah,
Yeah,
we're
right.
watching. We got you.
No, you know what we're gonna be like? I like the beat. I'm just kidding. No, we're not gonna be shady. We will like the beat. We will
we
like the
got
beats.
we got it. Wait, with Google
No, no,
Translate.
whoa. And we'll be.
Yes. But we will be in support, okay? We're showing up. We may
Yeah,
not know, but we are showing up.
yeah.
So, speaking of, thank you so much for showing up
Oh my
and
God,
out
of
as
course. Thank you for
always to
having
this.
me.
Yes, you already know I love talking to you. I enjoy it. Again, Housewives, I guess I'll give Lisa Barlow credit for something. She brought Gib and I together. So I will give.
There we
No, but
go.
seriously, thank you so much. Y'all know where to find Gib, Gabbing with Gib on his
Yes.
YouTube podcast. We see him at all the events and things and out there.
Perks of
He's,
New York. The perks of
yes,
living in New York. There we
out there
go.
doing the thing. You always look good doing it. Make sure y'all follow him on TikTok.
Thank
He's
you.
very
Thank
funny on
you.
TikTok. I
We
definitely
try.
follow.
We
Yes,
try.
you are definitely funny. I said, "Oh, we're gonna have to do a Housewives get together," because now I see all these people doing it. I'm like, oh, I want to
I
do, like
know.
you're like, I
No,
want to
come
do
to New York. Let someone you're in New York. You, me, Brooke, Ashley,
that.
Kempire, anybody who's around will do something. Let's go get a margarita since you love your
That
margaritas.
that will
That'd be
be
fun.
fun. And in advance, I'm just letting y'all know if y'all say, "Oh, I want to send y'all over a drink margarita on the rocks with a sugar, not salt rim." And bartenders listening,
Oh,
don't put salt
interesting.
on the
Okay.
rim, wipe it off, and then put sugar because I still taste the salt. I know you do that.
Okay, but you can put salt on my rim.
So two margaritas on the rocks, one with the
One sweet,
salt,
one
one
salty.
salty. Yes. Have you ever done the tahine? I don't like how like
I do. I like the tahini. I like that.
when
It
they,
just has like a nice like tanginess. That's sort of
okay.
like what it's not really salty.
Okay. Can you still taste? Because I like how some make it like there's a little bit of sweetness in the margarita still. I'm a sweet drinks. Can you taste the
Yeah, I
sweetness or
think
is it like a sweet
yeah.
heat?
I don't think it's really spicy. I've had like a spicy rim before,
Okay.
which I don't dislike, but like it really kind of like affects the taste of it. The
Yeah.
tahini doesn't affect the taste nearly as much. I think you can still have the
Oh,
sweetness
wait. Oh, so the tahine is on the rim, not in the not
on
sprinkled
the
in the
rim.
drink.
On the rim.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See, I'm okay. See, I'm always so
Usually, at
stuck
least
in my way.
from my experience.
Okay, I may try that. I wonder if I could do sugar and
I think you
tahine.
should I think you should branch out. Try a little tahini.
Look, me
I think
going
you'll
to the
like
bar.
it.
Excuse me, can you do sugar and tahine? Ma'am, get out of here. One or the other. You get one. Maybe I'll branch out. I'll have to tell you. But that's a good idea. Well, speaking of, I actually will be in New York. I will be hosting Kempire's show March 13th.
Oh my gosh. I think I'm away at a wedding. Shoot.
No.
I think I am. Let me double check my
Okay.
calendar.
Okay. I'll text. Okay. Okay.
But
Okay.
I think I might be away, sadly. But
That's so crazy because another
that's so
friend of
exciting. That's fun.
I'm really excited because I've only done DC and so New York. And I have not, I used to go to New York once a week for 7 years, or sometimes two, three, four times a week when my kids were in
Wow.
the entertainment and they had auditions and things up there.
Wow.
I have not been since New York was almost like a second home. I have not been since 2020 because my son got his driver.
Really?
Yeah, he got his driver's license in 2019. And so in order to go to the auditions, what we would do was drive up to Hamilton Station in New Jersey and
Uh-huh.
then just take the train and the transit train in. So once he got his
Yeah.
license, I was like, you need to take yourself to your
Oh,
auditions
got it.
because I had taught them to navigate, especially my son, New York. I said, there's kids who live here and do it. You can do it. So we would get there and I would ask him
That's a
on
good mom.
we get off the subway. I'd say, so what other subway do we have to go? What direction do you think we should go in? What train do you think we should
I
take?
love this.
Yep.
I
And I
love
would tell
this.
him, if we get on the subway and the doors closed, get off at the next stop. Stay, find somebody, stay there. I'm on my
Yeah,
way.
yeah, totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think New York forces you to be resourceful
Yeah.
and if you could navigate New York young, then he can navigate anywhere. So
Yes. And he is definitely post college.
that's amazing.
I said it was great that someone gets to travel like that. But yeah, but so let me know. But if
Okay,
not, I will
great.
plan another trip because
Yes.
I love New York. When I walk into New York, oh, this is so inappropriate, but I'm going to say it anyway. I feel like New York is like a hooker in a way. Hear me out. You get really excited to get there.
Hmm.
You get in it. You're excited. You're doing all the things, and then it takes all your money and leaves you drained. A hooker. I'm sorry, sex
I
worker.
need to tap back out. I see the vision. I see the vision. I do.
And I
I
take
do.
we don't use that term, sex workers, and I support all work. So I'll say
course.
that. But yeah, I would always say that. But on that note, guys, thank y'all for watching. Y'all, like I said, hit up Give if you haven't already. We love y'all, and we will talk to y'all later. See you guys.